Hey guys, welcome back to Milo Gains Crypto. This video is going to be a resurgence of a much older video that I attempted. Maybe it's not even up here. Let me just jump to it. So, as you saw from this video here, create your STEPN ROI spreadsheet. This inspired me to want to jumpstart an ROI journey. Okay, now let me first say I am not just starting STEPN. If you're a returning viewer, you know that. But if we look right here, July 7th, 2024, I simulated my sneaker buys, my sneaker choices, types, attributes, sockets, and saw how much would it cost to generally buy the same kind of sneaker on the market today, buy the same gems on the market today as the gems and sneakers are priced here a couple days ago. And then from there, just begin to track my daily earnings based on my investment choice. And why I quit on doing this last fall was I just did some trades that were tough to keep track of, right? I would do some exchanging, whether my GST or GMT, and I even tried tracking my trades into other cryptocurrencies, and it just kind of became too much. So maybe I will do that, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stay to just kind of stack in my GMT and GST. But in any case, this chart right here is kind of going to serve to show, well, what would it be like if simply myself or anyone had a certain sneaker investment start and just earned. And again, maybe there's that cash out someday, but for me, I mean, if the cycle for this bull market goes into 2025, let's see what could happen here. So let me walk you through my buys, and my buys are going to be based off of these three main sneakers that I have. So I have a rare jogger with 4 efficiency gem sockets. As you can see, I got 4 level 4 efficiency gems. Then I have a jogger here, a rare jogger with panda skin. And then currently, I mean, at the time of this screenshot, my 4 comfort gems were in the sockets. Then I got a rare runner. This is my running choice, obviously. And it also can take these comfort gems into its sockets. It's got a little bit more luck bolstered up, so when I go on a longer run, this is kind of when I try to aim for my mystery box 5, which I will track my mystery boxes, but I just earn 3s and 4s mostly with my low luck levels within my 20 energy, how I decide to divvy it up. Usually 8 to 10 energy walks for a level 3 or level 4 mystery box with one of these joggers. Okay, and also, guys, this buy is probably not the most strategic, right? I got 2 GMT earners that are going to be priced more than your average sneaker, but really I'm sure the move can be, if you want quick returns, a sneaker like this with the gems is overall going to be cheaper. It's a smaller barrier to entry to earn GST and to get more rewards for the kind of similar attribute point levels. I just happened to buy these rare GMT joggers and runners along the way, and this is just kind of my setup now to help me get that 20 energy along with my other sneakers, which if you look here, got a couple uncommons, a couple commons, and these are just your run-of-the-mill commons and uncommons. They aren't, I didn't really include those in here in this sheet because I don't use them. So anyways, let's walk through this. So at the date of my buying, quote-unquote buying, this is July 7th, 2024. Sorry, this might be a boring video, but I just kind of want to, I'm not going to do this every time I update this, but I just kind of want to give anyone who wants to keep up with this journey a frame of reference, or maybe you want to do your own simulation, right? Like, it's not too late for you, right? Just see what your sneakers are, look what your earners are and just go on the market and see what a sneaker with your similar base attributes will be priced at today. So, and that's going to change day to day, right? Depending on how much they're listed GMT wise and how much GMT is valued USD. Okay, so anyways, July 7th, a few days ago, GMT was just under 13 cents at 0.1281, and then GST was a bit under 2 cents, but 0.01721. I wanted to get to 20 energy because that's what I have. So to get to 20 energy, you got to have, for my setup, baseline 15 sneakers will get you how much energy? Hey, Milo, that's him. Will get you 12 energy. And then once you get an uncommon, you get one additional extra energy. So I have 2 uncommons for 2 additional extra energies total. Then a rare sneaker will get you 2 extra energies per sneaker. So with 3 rares that I just showed you, that's going to be 6 energy plus this 2 on top of this 12 gets us our 12 or our 20 energy. Now the cost of all the commons, during this day, the walkers were actually cheapest except for one runner, and these were the prices of them. They were between 177 to 182 GMT, and with GMT being just under 13 cents that day, you could see a price for one common sneaker was around $23, maybe a little over, maybe a little under. And then for uncommons, it was $4.50 for uncommon walker, and then to US dollar price, it was $57. And then my rares, these are going to be a little bit more expensive. These aren't just your floor price uncommon and commons like I'm showing here. I specialize, right? I got 2 specialized GMT earners and 1 specialized GST earner. So the GMT runner was 2100 GMT, and this was with my same base attribute, around 27 on comfort. So my runner would have been $269 a few days ago, and then my rare jogger, which would have been around 25 comfort base attribute, would be just under 2,500 GMT, and that would be just under $320. And then rare jogger, that was my GST earner, was 2,480 GMT, and that was $317. And in addition to my sneaker buys, I just kind of did a little on the side bulk GMT and GST buy for kind of calculating leveling up costs, maybe some restorations down the line. Only for my comfort earners will I have to do the full leveling up with GMT. So it'd be just around maybe 150 per sneaker GMT wise. And then everything else would just be a placeholder for energy, or all these other sneakers would just be placeholders for energy. And then the GST would help with the level up costs along the way. So that was $81 again at these prices on July 7th. And then I had to get my gems. I have 4 level 4 efficiency gems. They were each around 707 GMT, which would have been $90.57. Then my comfort earners, much more, or my GMT earners comfort gems, were $14.95 GMT. Again, this is all at the price of GMT this day, July 7th. Got that in my formula there, taken from this B3. Those would have been just under $192 each. So in total, my sneaker upfront cost was $1,251.83. My gems were $1,128.30, and my just kind of hedging GMT and GST to have on the side were $81.26. So my total investment is right here in the orange. I didn't want to quite put in the red. right? Because I made this choice. It's not as dire as being in the red, but we'll do orange to get us kind of close to know. This is more. We don't want to be this much in the hole. All right. Now let's talk about ROI, total profit, ROI speculative, and then total speculative profit. So let's start with ROI, and we'll kind of just jump right down to here. So I got my daily earnings. Again, I did my purchases on the 7th, and then I started moving with this, quote, new inventory the next day, July 8th. So I wanted just to know the price of the day to track. So I got GMT price of the day and GST price of the day. I just kind of find it at one moment frozen in time, even though the price of the day can fluctuate greatly, especially right now if you've been paying attention to the charts this past week. But so we're going to see a slow rise for GMT from like 13 cents or 13.50 slowly up to over 14 cents as of today. And then GST is going to be 0.15 to 0.149 to 0.1675 today, though, right? If you're watching the charts today, GST got up to 0.17, maybe a little higher. From here, I got my GST earned, my GMT earned, the amount of energy it takes that I use on both of them. And then I have my GST total here, but you can see, though I earn 300 a day at my max, the total comes down because right here in column O, I have my repair cost. And then today I opened a mystery box level 4, not quite when it was fully the countdown finished, which would have been 35 GST, and about an hour and a half before, 2 hours before. So that was 36.09 GST. So that brings down my total of today to 253. I do keep in mind I got my resilience gems, which I'll jump to my mystery box rewards here soon. And then GMT is kind of more straightforward. Nothing really gets taken away from GMT. I'm not tracking any, minting or upgrading gems. This is going to be a very simple ROI spreadsheet. If I do end up minting or trying to upgrade gems, I'll have to maybe figure out to add all of that in here into this master equation. Okay, and then in these little colored charts, I got my GMT price day of total. So this is just the total of the price day of. And then I have my GMT total with the daily price. So we're kind of seeing, okay, I earned this much GMT on July 8th. How much would have it been if I cashed out that day? Okay, it would have been $2.14. How much would it be if I cash out today? It's $2.23. So let's say here, if we go to this B20 is going to be a common recurring area I come to. Let's say GMT goes to $1. Here, I'm not going to hit it yet, but keep an eye on this right here. If it goes to $1, boom, that becomes vastly different, right? Now I can see my GMT total for my earnings on July 8th is now $15 or under $16, and I can compare it to the GMT day of total at that time if I were to cash out, which would have only been $2.14. So let me go back, bring that back to the daily price, and then same thing for GST. Same thing for GST. Got the day of price, then the price of the cash out price today with GST's current price. I keep on saying price. And then I got the two of these added up, my GST and GMT total price day of, and then total value present day. So this right here is bolded because it is the cumulative of both my GST and GMT earnings after repairs. So we can see a steady growth, right, with GMT coming up, GST coming up slowly. And also you can see what I mean too, right? Both of my sneakers, my efficiency earnings sneaker is kind of on the same base attribute level, has the same amount of gems in its sockets respectively. And you can see GST right now earns more, right? Though I have been putting slightly more energy toward GST. They're pretty close, but on July 8th, I earned $2.23 in GMT, and then I earned $4.69 in GST. So that's what I mean. GST is kind of low barrier and kind of more earnings. I like GMT for long term. I like more relative stability compared to GST, though who knows, maybe GST will keep GMT outpaced and profit. And then at the bottom here, I got my total, $22.57 for everything that I've earned. So I've made $22.57 in 3 days off of this $2,461 investment. And that's where I have this ROI, return on investment, is $22.57. But really, I got my total profit is negative $2,438.82. So that just slashes that $22 off my investment cost. So hopefully we see that come down slowly but surely. Now, this last section, and again, I'm not going to explain this on every single video I do on updating this ROI, but I think it's just important to do this up front. This is my ROI speculative, and I know I've heard on my videos like, hey, why not just invest in GMT or GST and not invest in the NFT sneakers and gems, and just keep it as a pure investment and not engage the game? I mean, you can do that, but I want to track to see, will my property appreciate? So this is my ROI speculative by like, what if I were to sell my sneakers today, right? Because it is property. And I'd like to, maybe it's like a digital home that actually earns you money too, besides housing you. I mean, I hope that's going to be the case with my NFTs. And this is something I haven't really kept up with over time is how much did I buy my sneaker at? How much GMT did it cost that day? And what was the US dollar priced at that day? So here, this is where I have this little table section, is I have the floor price for the rares, the floor prices for the common, day of floor prices, and the floor price for an uncommon, common. And I'll have to kind of update this manually myself. But what this will take is this will consider the daily GMT to go into this equation here. So even here, I have it frozen in time, right? Or right here, when I bought my sneakers, this was the cost, $1,251.83. And that's with specialty sneakers, right? But now I'm kind of trying to play it really conservative. What if specialty sneakers never sell? What if people get so bearish on either the GMT comfort earning sneakers or the GST efficiency earning sneakers that they're priced in at the floor price of any given sneaker quality? I don't think that's going to happen, but want to play it safe here. So the floor price today, and I can check this out again, as a rare is 843 GMT, and then at the daily value of 14 cents GMT, that puts one at $118.95. I have 3 rares, and then I did the same thing for uncommons and commons, and I got 2 uncommons and then 10 commons. And that puts the price at $755.59 today. So this is vastly different than my sneaker investment price. That's because, again, I'm playing it conservative. I'm assuming, oh man, what if I can't sell my specialty rares and they only go at the floor price? Again, even assuming that people want to buy my sneakers at a floor price one day. You never know what's going to happen. And then I did the same thing for my efficiency gems right here. Got the floor as of today was $750 for a level 4 efficiency gem. Level 4 common is $14.78 today. I mean, we can check in right now. $14.78 for a level 4 comfort. $749 for efficiency. Let me see if I had that right. Okay, I'm 1 under. Here, let's keep this honest, right? Even though it could change in a second. Right, and also, I'm only seeing one of these. This might be the only $749, and then the next 3 in line could be $755. But I'm just trying to be conservative, play it safe. Same thing with our sneakers here. I'll have the uncommons come down. What are we at? 485 is our lowest one, jogger. Oh, it's gone up. Let me bring that up. 485. Boom. And then the rare floor, 845. Okay, so a hair. And then what about our commons? Okay, they're all pretty much 185. Or 185? Nearly 186? Let's just keep it 185. Okay, now when I have these numbers here, this is what I do for ROI speculative. So I take my profit here that I've gained the past 3 days, and then I tack it on to what if I sold my all my assets today. This would be my speculative return on investment, $2,035. And then lastly, when I measure it against the total investment, I am still down profit. I have made no profit. I'm at negative $426.32 if I sold everything today at the floor prices for these gems. Okay? And then lastly, quickly, might not be a best example because I got resilience gems, but the mystery box I opened today was 2 level 2 resilience gems, which I feel like I've gotten res gems a lot the past few opens, so I don't know if they're bringing, if it's leaning that way more. But what I would normally do is I would put the floor price for gems, and we all know, maybe we all know, but level 1, or I'm scrolling fast. A level 1 resilience gem is going to be at 1 GMT, but it won't get sold, right? At least not right now. It hasn't been sold at 1 GMT. Same for luck. It's at a 1 GMT that doesn't get sold. So I just actually put this at 0, that the floor price is 0, because I don't want to miscalculate or inflate my profits here, right? If these were 2 comfort gems, the floor GMT would be 668, and I would put 668 here, calculate it against the current GMT price, and then I would just use that as again storing that like part of the NFT asset element for ROI speculative, unless I sold them on the market and then had that hard GMT profit. Maybe I can make another section here to know that, okay, like I got this in GMT now, rather than just hanging on to this NFT that may go up, may go down. So this is my new journey here. I'm thinking about maybe giving an update once a week. I think this will be fun to see. Yeah, like, man, a year from now, was investing in STEPN in the summer, July, and quite frankly, a very freaky time in crypto. GMT's down so low. I mean, GST is down a lot since March. Would have this been a brilliant move to get started in STEPN? And or will it inspire anyone to jump on seeing profits? And I know, again, this is no small amount, $2,461. And I do think there's cheaper ways to get started and to get this, let's say, $22 every 3 days. That can be done easier. This is just my investment. But at the same time, again, I think that my specialty rares, even my specialty comfort rares, I expect them to sell higher than the floor price. So even though they might not be getting me a ton of earnings compared to investing in maybe a higher level efficiency gem, there might be a great appreciation on these sneakers here if I'm ever to sell them off, in a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know. I like STEPN. I always want to keep moving on it, so I don't even know if I would want to sell my setup unless there's a more strategic way to earn down the line. But I'm hanging on to these for now. All right, you guys, that's all I have. I know I kind of didn't really give an update on happenings and STEPN or what's going on here. Let me just flash to this real quick. All the GMT locked. We're almost at 40 million locked. Can we hit that 50 million before this alpha draw is done. 50 million GMT secured, untouchable for the next 4 years. And 50 million would be the number of 1/12 of the starting supply. I don't know if that's super relevant now, but I think it's just a fun pitch, right? We're at 2.269 circulating supply, but we started out at 600 million circulating supply. All right, guys. Hopefully this was interesting. Maybe you guys want to start tracking something like this. Again, I made my own. I made a video how to calculate your ROI. I added a few more charts and widgets and gadgets like this guy here to track my daily earnings. But let's see what happens. All right, guys. Have a great night, morning, or afternoon. Take care.